According to the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, in 2022, 62% of Americans aged 18 to 29 have retirement savings, but only 28% feel like they're on track. And according to the Center of Retirement Research, the average retirement savings of people aged 35 to 44 are $51,000. $90,000 for the age of 45 to 54, and a meager $120,000 for 55 to 64. Guys, these are horrendous numbers. Retirement just isn't possible for the average American. But then again, not surprising considering that 40% of Americans do not know how to budget. In today's video, we'll talk about the three main investment accounts you are most likely to hear or come in contact with, along with their tax implications. I will also strongly suggest you start planning for your retirement if you haven't done so. Welcome to the Olympian Report, where we talk about money, life, and just about anything else. Nice to see you again. I am your host, Alistair. IBA. IBA stands for Individual Brokerage Accounts, such as Vanguard, Fidelity, Robinhood, E-Trade, Webull, and more. These are brokerage firms or financial middlemen responsible to execute transactions on behalf of the investor while providing securities and legitimacies both from the investor side and from the invested vehicle source. Your IBA account is used to invest your money in the market via mutual funds, ETF, individual stocks, etc. Setting one up is easy. Go online, pick up your brokerage, and follow the steps to open an account. The thing you need to be aware of is that IBAs are just middlemen investing on your behalf. So once your funds are deposited, you need to give instructions as to where you want those monies allocated to. Otherwise, it'll just sit there collecting dust, waiting for a command. Now, the tax application of IBAs are straightforward. You are taxed on the capital gains only and have no withdrawal restrictions. IRA. IRA or individual retirement accounts have subcomponents that follow distinct rules and regulations. The most common are Roth, SEP, and traditional IRAs. SEP IRAs behave much like a 401k but for the self-employed with no employees. More on that later. All IRAs have a yearly contribution limit of $6,000 if you are below the age of 50, $7,000 if you're 50 and above. Additionally, if you're not on any current retirement plan at work, like a 401k, 100% of your IRA contribution is deductible, whereas Roth IRA contributions are just not deductible at all. More on the tax structure. Traditional IRAs are tax deferred, meaning that you get taxed both on the capital gains and the contribution upon withdrawal. Roth, on the other hand, are taxed only on the capital gains upon withdrawal, with a caveat. Roth have a contribution limit, meaning that if you make more than $125,000 as a single filer, then you cannot contribute to your Roth. That limit rises to $198,000 if you file jointly. Your first Roth should be open the same day as your first job. Contribute to it until you reach its contribution limit. Then switch focus to either traditional or SEP, depending on your circumstances. 401ks. 401ks are corporate sponsored retirement accounts where a portion of your income gets set aside every paycheck. You, as the employee, designate what the amount is and what percentage of it gets invested for you based on the selected investment vehicles offered by the company. Unlike individual brokerage accounts or IBAs, 401ks have a limited amount of investment vehicles, and just like IBAs, you have to select where your money goes. A unique trait to 401ks is that the company has the ability to match your contribution up to a certain amount. So it is always smart practice to deduct the match amount. So if your company matches up to 6%, then you deduct 6%, granting you a 12% contribution at its minimum. 401ks are tax deferred, meaning that you get taxed both on the capital gains and on the contribution upon withdrawal. All retirement accounts are required to be withdrawn by 72 years old or risk a 50% penalty, with exception on Roth IRAs. Everyone should be putting money aside for their retirement. The sooner you start, the faster, and the greater the magic of compound interest. We made a quick video about the 8th wonder of the world. Check it out by clicking on the link at the top right corner. And here is your bonus for being with us this long and, of course, supporting us. Stocks. Yes, putting money in stocks does feel like a gamble, but that's because it is. It's essentially the lottery. So here is how you should tackle stock investing. 1. Use money you are able and willing to literally burn. 2. Pick a stock that's personal to you and that is a product from which you are a loyal customer. 3. Make sure that stock is a household name. Think Apple, Disney, Netflix, Twitter, Facebook, Amazon. Because these kinds of stocks are here to stay for a very, very long time. 4. Think of the investment as a generational one that you will pass on after you're gone, so it keeps your expectations of a return low. 5. Check the performance every 5 to 10 years. You guys, I am so thankful for your viewership. Please don't forget to support the channel with a like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss an upload. And of course, if you're kind enough to support us financially, buy us a coffee so we can stay up late researching, writing, editing, and uploading these contents. Link in the description below. Merci encore, au revoir et à bientôt.